Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. This is Violet Mystic. Today we're doing a tarot reading and we'll do like we did last week and just see whatever comes up. I actually didn't mind that style of reading. I felt like it allowed me to kind of tap into whatever everyone watching needed to hear. And it allowed the messages to come through more clearly, I feel like. Although me speaking clearly is kind of a joke, but but either way, I felt like the messages came out a little more clearly than normally. So there is that. Always, as always, if you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I know a lot of readers do like pick a pile readings or themed readings or things like that. So if you'd like to see more of that, just let me know. Again, I am just starting this channel. Well, recently starting it back. So suggestions are open. All right, with that, let us see what we need to hear today. As I'm recording this where I live, there are lots of clouds in the sky. It's very overcast. And I'm just finding myself wishing it would hurry up and rain. It hasn't rained in a while. And I actually do love the rain. It's very calming and peaceful. But there's this kind of anticipation feeling that I'm getting that I've been kind of having for a lot of the day today. And we also have a full moon coming up on the 1st of April as I'm recording this. So you may be watching this later, I don't know, but at this time we're building up to this energy of the full moon, so there's more anticipation. So and it's an Aries too, which is it's wanting to go, wanting to do sign. So I feel like that may be a part of this reading, but we'll see what comes up. And like last week, I will be using the Once Upon a Time Tarot. And again, like last week, don't pay attention to my nails because I have not redone them since last time. Last week I had a lot of things going on in my personal life that I just kind of felt like doing my nails would make me feel better. And I did them very poorly, and I was a little frustrated with that, and I just decided to, you know what, let's just leave it. So, I'm just kind of blabbing now, but yeah, I feel like all of this nervous, anticipatory energy is just kind of in the air right now, and I feel like maybe it's gonna show up in the reading as well. So we'll just see what happens. So what is something that anyone watching this now would need to know? What are some themes coming up that people need to be aware of? Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Okay, let's see. So we have 3 of Cups. Not bad, not bad. And Justice. Ooh, interesting combo. Okay. So let me sit with that for a second here. I feel like some of you may be celebrating some kind of win. Some kind of, maybe something has happened or turned in your favor and you're celebrating it with someone. Or maybe you will be. Maybe this anticipation is you waiting on the news, and this is letting you know that, yes, you're going to come out on top. You're going to win. You're going to get the promotion. You're going to win the case. You're going to have whatever turn in your favor, and you're going to be celebrating this. Although I feel this might not be for everyone watching this. So I want to pull a few more messages to kind of get, I want to see if maybe there are some other scenarios in which this can play out. Because this is a general, this one wants to come out. This is a general reading. So I kind of want to get a few more perspectives here. That one, those 2 wanted to come out. Okay, so this one was first. 8 of Pentacles. So it could be related to something, for some of you, it could be related to something that you've been working hard on, something that you've been trying to get in the works, something that you've been working hard on. There's a lot of work involved. Something you've put a lot of energy into. Something you've put a lot of heart into, I'm hearing. You've put your heart into this. Okay, let's see what these are. Ooh, okay, 9 of Swords and 3 of Wands. These two came out together, so I'm going to read them together. So this is maybe something you've had a lot of anxiety over, anticipation over. Maybe you've had a lot of nightmares or what's not daydreams, but like what's the term for nightmare but as a daydream form? I don't know. Put it in the comments. There's a word that I'm missing here somewhere. But anyway, it's a type of feeling or anxiety or premonition perhaps that you've gotten that is potentially wrong, but it could be influenced by your anxieties. Maybe that's why that's coming out. About something that is coming in. Maybe you thought that you would get a no answer, or maybe you thought that it would go a different way, or that there was something about it that wasn't going to work out. So I feel like that since you're celebrating here in this scenario, that it is going to work out. Maybe not quite like how you thought. Maybe that's the thing that you were nervous about. You weren't sure how it was going to play out. You weren't sure how it was going to affect everything else. Maybe you were worried that one little detail was going to ruin the whole thing. So you were really nervous about it. And that's for some of you. For others of you, you've been working really hard on it, and perhaps you already expected it to work out, but this is confirmation that it is working out. I feel like the next thing I would like to know is, how is this going to play out? So how is this going to work out for you? How is this information going to be delivered? What are you going to be celebrating, or who are you going to be celebrating with? Can we get some information about how this is going to play out? I feel like these wanted to come out. This one and this one and this one. Okay, let me get myself together here. All right, so how is this going to play out? Ooh, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, which is not always a bad card depending on what it's with. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm beginning to see a picture, and that light is not great. It's getting in. It's, oh my God. I will get a new setup at some point. I am trying. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to deal with the light. I'll put it like that. How about that? How about we do that? There. Okay. Oh, it's a little messy. Actually, that could be part of the process. Maybe the way this is coming through is a little bit chaotic, but it's going to be okay, because ultimately it's going to all work out in your favor. Now, with this 5 of Pentacles, don't worry. I don't think you're going to be left out in the cold, as this card may suggest. Somebody else could be left out in the cold. Perhaps someone who was leaving you out in the cold. Maybe it's their turn. I don't think that really applies to most people. Most of you, I think this is letting you know that, hey, you're going from this to this 10 of Pentacles situation, but it's going to be a little bit of a ride, a little bit of a chaotic situation. Things are going to be working out in your favor. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be happy about it. And with this 8 of Pentacles, it's something you've been working really hard towards. And I feel like it's going to turn out better than you had hoped, but it's going to be a little bit chaotic getting there. So maybe right now you might be in this Five of Pentacles situation here. You might be just, I feel some of you may be in a really bad spot mentally. Maybe this is this nightmare sword situation that you're going through. And you may feel like you're in this really desperate kind of situation that is like you're really depressed about things. This is really heavy. But it is going to work out in your favor, I feel, for many of you in this situation. As long as you're not this person who's trying to go behind the scenes to make everything, you know, manipulate the situation, and this is going to end up you, or you're going to end up in this situation. But I don't feel like that is the majority of you watching this. So I feel like this Three of Wands, it's coming in for you. You're going to hear about it soon. See the ships coming in. They're coming in to deliver messages, goods, services, information, things like that. They're coming in, things that you have put out into the universe, things that you have worked for. It's all coming back now. So all your hard work is starting to pay off, essentially. So that's going to be coming in. You'll start finding things out. But like I said, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic situation. Perhaps there are details that you need to work through. Perhaps there are people that are going to want to fight with you about it. But I feel like it's just, it may be a little challenging, but ultimately it's going to be worth it, is what I'm getting. I just heard count your chickens. So, you know, usually the phrase is don't count your chickens before they hatch, but I'm hearing count your chickens. So that's kind of another message for you, I guess, to go ahead and just start planning for the best. And I don't normally say that. My motto on life is hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That way you have equal footing, I suppose. That's always been my philosophy, like hope for the best, but, you know, be prepared just in case. But I'm feeling like it's more than likely going to work out in your favor. So count your chickens. Start counting. So can we get a time frame? This is the time and date, or time and yeah, I think it's time and date oracle. So can we get a time frame for this? About when is this going to start taking shape? Still kind of feeling a little jittery. All that anticipation in the air. Okay. Okay, it says November. Now, right now we are at the very end of March as I'm recording this. So this could be, if you're watching this in November, maybe this is going to happen soon for you. But right now November is a little bit of a ways away. So it could be that maybe the results of this start happening in November. I don't know if I said that right. It could be that you start getting news of this in November. Maybe something resolves in November. How about some other information? Oops. In March. Well, we are currently in March as I'm recording. Something about that mountain in the back. Maybe that's something to do with this information that's coming out for you. Maybe there's a trip to the mountains in March or November. Maybe you're taking a vacation somewhere cold. Maybe you just feel like you've got a mountain on your back. And the snow's going to start melting, and that's going to be a bit of a relief, perhaps. Or maybe just looking at the time frame in general, March. There's that light again. Maybe if I could stop bumping the table. Maybe you'll start hearing about this. Maybe this will start coming into shape now, since we're in March. Like maybe you take a first step. Or maybe somebody or some job or some situation starts, the beginning stages of it start forming now. And perhaps in November is when it's going to culminate into something recognizable, or something that, or this Ten of Pentacles starts taking shape by November. Maybe in November you're going to be in a different place where all of this would have happened and you're already over the situation. Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious about that. Yeah, so let me know what's happening for you or what you think this might be about, and if you start to see anything in the next week or so. Like maybe you'll start getting some news about something and it starts the process of it. So I feel like I'm going to start wrapping up this reading. And I want to get, because the full moon is coming up. Oh no, my cards. Because the full moon is coming up, I want to get a message from the Moonology Oracle. I feel like I need to shuffle another time. Let's see. Okay. Final message for this reading. Nope. That one? No. No, not that one. Okay. Never mind. Try again. That one. That's the one. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Okay, I'm going to put this up here because we need something over here. Well, this one's not going to shine as... This one's not going to have a reflection as well as the other ones. So I think it's fine there. So, communication is key. And you know what? I just noticed I put it right here on this ships coming in card, the Three of Wands. So perhaps what is coming in for you is the communication that you need maybe in the next couple of days, because we're at the very last few days of March. But maybe in the next day or so, you're going to hear, or at least by the full moon, you're going to hear about what this, some kind of result or some kind of next step, something to move you along in the process. Even if it's slight, even if it's just a little step, a little baby step, it's something. And it's something that will kind of relieve a little bit of the pressure. But you're going to hear something, whether it's a text message, somebody says something that makes you start thinking about it, something somebody says in a video, some kind of message is coming forward to initiate that step. And I think that is the end of the reading. That is all I feel like I need to say. That's all that's coming through. I don't feel like I need to pull any more cards. I feel like that's it. All right, so let me know what is coming in for you, what you think this might be about, and also any suggestions you have for the channel. I am still growing, so I would love to hear what you guys would want to see from a tarot reading. And if there are any other suggestions, of course, as well, then please be nice and be nice to each other. So yeah, that is the end of the reading, and I will see you next time.